Hello and welcome back to Joe's Math Tools. In this session, we are going to be multiplying our whole numbers by a two-digit multiplier. And if you already see how this is done, let's get started. So in our session today, we are calculating the product of our whole numbers when we have a two-digit multiplier. So to begin, I will be stacking my numbers, writing the digit that comes first at the top and my two-digit multiplier at the bottom. Remember that multiplication is commutative, meaning that it doesn't matter the order of the numbers I choose to multiply in, whether I chose to write 12 first followed by 8, we should still get the same solution. However, our working process may just look a little bit different. But for this example, remember we're focusing on our two-digit multipliers. So let's begin. We have 8 being multiplied by 2, and 8 times 2 is 16. We will write the entire 16 down. And since I am completed with multiplying by my 2, and I'm now moving into the tens place, I will be writing in a 0 in the ones place to cover the ones column since we are done with the ones, and we're now multiplying in our tens place. So we're multiplying 8 times 1, which will equal to 8. Let's sum our numbers together. So we have 6 plus 0, which is equal to 6, and 1 plus 8, which is equal to 9. So our product for multiplying 8 times 12 is equal to 96. So for our second example, we are multiplying our numbers 46 times 37. And I want you to remember that with your multiplication, for each digit, you should have a line of multiplication. So I'm going to just backtrack a minute just to show you exactly what I'm referring to. Notice in our first example, where we multiplied 8 times 12, my first line of multiplication was where I multiplied my number 8 times 2. So that was our first line of multiplication. In our second line of multiplication, this was where we multiplied our 1 times 8. So notice that for each line of our multiplication, we had a line for 2, which was in the ones place, and we had a line for 1, which was in the tens place. So remember that if you have more than one digits that you are multiplying by, there should be a line in each of your working to accommodate each of the digits that you multiply by, and then in the final solution is where you sum those two lines together. So let's begin. We're multiplying our 6 times 7. So we have 6 being multiplied by 7, which is equal to 42. We're going to write in our 2 and carry the 4. We now have 4 being multiplied by 7, which is equal to 28. And because we also have a 4 that's in our tens column as well, that 4 will be added to 28, which will equal to 32. And since 32 will be the last numbers of our multiplication, the entire 32 will be written in. Okay, so on this line of multiplication is where we multiplied by our 7. So I'm going to change my color now and begin multiplying by my second line so that we can see the difference in our working. So now we're going to begin multiplying by 3. Remember, 3 is in the tens place, and because 3 is in the tens place, we're going to add a 0 in the ones column and then begin multiplying by our 3. So we have 6 times 3, which is equal to 18. Remember that the back number, which is 8, will be written underneath our 2 in our tens column, and we will carry that 1 to the next column. So we will now multiply our 4 times 3, which is equal to 12. We also have that 1 above 4, so we will be adding that to our 12, which will equal to 13. And since 4 is the last digit that we are multiplying to, we will be writing in our entire 13 in our solution for this line of multiplication. And once we have completed our multiplication, we're moving on to our final step where our two lines will be summed together. So we're going to be adding 2 plus 0, which is 2. 2 plus 8, which is 10. We'll write in a 0 and carry the 1 to the hundreds column. So 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. And then we'll bring down our 1. Okay, so let's move on to our next example. Now, for these last two questions, I won't be going through all of the steps that we did in the first two because I do believe in us developing our skills, and part of that is removing the crutches so that we can see how much you have learned and what you are ready to apply. So we are multiplying by our 1 first, so 1 times 0 is equal to 0. 1 times 9 is equal to 9. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. We're going to begin multiplying by our 6 in the tens columns. We add that 0 in the ones. We have 6 times 0 is equal to 0. 6 times 9 is equal to 54. So we're writing in our 4 and carrying our 5 to the next column above 5. 6 times 5 is 30, and 30 plus 5 is equal to 35. Now that we have completed our multiplication, we are going to sum our numbers together. So we have 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 0 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. We're going to bring down our 5 and bring down our 3. So the product for multiplying our number 509 times 61 is equal to 35,990. And for our last set of calculations, we are multiplying 1,834 times 72. We're beginning our multiplication with 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 8 is 16. We will be writing in our 6 and carrying the 1 to the next column. So our 2 times 1 is 2 plus the 1 above, which will equal to 3. We're now going to begin multiplying by our 7 in the tens column. So we're going to add in our 0 in the ones column in our working and multiply our 7 times 4, which is 28. We'll write our 8, carry the 2. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 2 is equal to 23. We'll write in our 3 and carry the 2 to our hundreds column. So 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus 2 is equal to 58. We'll write our 8 underneath our 3 and carry our 5 to the thousands column. 7 times 1 is equal to 7, plus our 5 is equal to 12. And since we have completed our multiplication, the entire 12 will be written in our solution. Let's sum our numbers together and begin our adding with 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. We'll write in the 4 and carry the 1 to the next column. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. We'll write in the 0 and carry the 1 to the next column. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. We write in the 2. Carry the 1 to the next column. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then we'll bring down that 1. So when we calculate the product of 1,834 times 72, Our solution is 132,048. Okay, so there you have it. We just calculated the product of our whole numbers when we have a two-digit multiplier. Remember that to work through these questions quickly and efficiently, you need to one, know your timetable, and two, practice to develop your skills. So as always, remember to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you and share it to somebody else who may also need the help that you received today. And until next time, this is Jules Math Tools, where the aim is to make math easy.